Hello and happy Monday, everyone, or happy whatever day it is you happen to be watching. Today, I am taking advantage of the brief break in all of the rain we've been getting. It's that time of year where we just get rain and wind and rain and wind and a little bit of sunshine, and we're getting that little bit of sunshine. So I'm taking advantage of that. And I am cleaning up, you can see right here, this pile of brush. I'm going to be cleaning that out because that is where I'm going to be growing my blackberries and raspberries. So I'm pretty much just moving that stuff here from that spot over to here where the greenhouse is going to be. I'd rather get it all cut up and put in our woodshed, but it's cold and we don't really have the space in the woodshed at the moment. It needs to be resorted, and I don't want to do all of that right now. I just want to get this done because it's in the sunshine, so I'll be warm. But once that's moved, we will then put in posts, and if I have some fencing material, I think I do, I'm also going to put up some fencing because I am making, it's like a cross section of freestanding fence that I'm going to train my berries to grow up so they don't go everywhere. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. The reason all of these branches are in my garden area is because last winter the compression tank for our well went out. When it stopped working, it also destroyed the pump itself. And to make space for the company we hired to get in there and fix it, we had to do some last minute limbing on the trees directly around the well house. And the easiest place to put them, so they were out of the way, was into my garden. I haven't needed the space until now, so I wasn't bothered by the pile being there, but now that I'm gearing up to plant my blackberry and raspberry patch, this pile has to go. Like I mentioned earlier, I would much rather cut and store the wood in the woodshed, but that's a couple more steps of work that I didn't have daylight for, and since it's still going to be a while before the greenhouse is going to be built, this temporary pile transfer is what we're just going to settle on. So there's actually a lot more spare lumber there than I was expecting there to be. I didn't really see a whole lot of it. There were so many branches on top of it that I just didn't see it. So I'm going to sort through that to see if I can use any of those as posts for the fencing. If not, I've got a little bit more spare lumber that I can look at over next to the woodshed to see if that would work better. I know there are a couple pieces that are a little shorter that I couldn't use for anything else, so those would work really well, but I'm going to sort through these really quick and see if any of those are good. This was. It's just a metal like tray. It's kind of warped, so if any of you know, would you let me know? Okay, so this is the good lumber that I was able to sort out. None of it is long enough for what I need it to do, unfortunately, but I can use it for other things. And then this over here is the stuff that can't be salvaged either by it was just too badly warped, or it's falling apart, or it's just in real bad shape, so I can't really use any of it. I might sort through it again later to see if any bits of it can be cut down to use, but there's plenty that I was able to salvage out of there that I'm not super worried about it. So I'm going to go dig around and see if I can find a couple posts that will be long enough for what I need, and start digging some holes. Here we go. Want a piece of rock? Okay, so I found two decent rounds. They're a little beat up. They had been, my best guess is they had previously been fence posts. So they're a little worn, but they'll handle whatever I need them to because the raspberries aren't going to pull them over. One is taller than me, so it's definitely tall enough. I'll be able to bury that one. 1.5 feet. It'll have plenty of support then, buried that deep. The other one's about maybe 5 or 6 inches shorter, so I can't bury that one as deep, but I'll still be able to bury them probably 1.5 feet. The longer one maybe 2 feet, and that'll be plenty of space above ground then where things can grow, so that'll be perfect. So I guess now I get to dig holes. Shouldn't be that hard because we've had a lot of rain and it's not really dry, so everything will be soft, thankfully, but it's not my favorite part of the job, so alright, let's do it. And here we go. Obviously it's not perfect, but I am very pleased with it. It's probably, I don't know, an 8 or a 10-foot stretch there. That's plenty of space for lots of plants. There's a gap underneath, you can see from the ground to here, so there's space underneath for me to do repair work on the root system if I need to for them, and plenty of space to plant more stuff without having to fight with the fence itself. There's also loads of space in between this fence and the outer fence, which is where we're going to put more berries on this side, so I'm going to put fencing in here as well. It could climb up this, but I'd rather, get it a little more fenced so it's not as easy for quail and rabbits to just go right underneath. So yeah, I like it. There we have it. That is about as much as I can get done today because the light is slowly fading. Like I said, it's not perfect, but you know what? For all recycled materials, I'm pretty happy with it. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like what you saw, please let me know. You can drop a like, you can leave a comment, subscribe, check out my TikTok, my Instagram, or my blog, and I will see you all next week. Bye.